Hey there, horror fans! If you're looking for a spine-tingling experience that will keep you up at night, then you've come to the right place. The most terrifying and bone-chilling films that will have you checking under your bed and locking your doors are listed here. Let's dive into the world of horror together. Number 10. The Night 2020. The Night is a 2020 horror thriller movie directed by Kourosh Ahari and starring Shahab Hosseini and Niusha Jafarian. The movie follows an Iranian couple who get trapped in a hotel after a night out and experience terrifying supernatural events. As the couple, Babak and Neda, attempt to leave the hotel, they find themselves stuck in a never-ending loop of bizarre occurrences that seem to be connected to their past. As the night progresses, their fears and anxieties intensify, and they begin to question their own sanity. The film is notable for being one of the few horror movies to come out of Iran, and for its exploration of cultural themes and traditions. It has received positive reviews for its suspenseful atmosphere, strong performances, and unique storytelling approach.
¿Quieres hablar con alguna de nosotras?
Number 9. Veronica 2017. Veronica is a Spanish horror film that follows the story of a teenage girl named Veronica who attempts to contact her deceased father using a Ouija board during a solar eclipse. However, the ritual goes wrong and Veronica and her friends unwittingly summon an evil entity that begins to hunt and torment them. Veronica's family life becomes increasingly strained, and her friends begin to distance themselves from her. She must confront the demon alone. With the help of her younger siblings, she embarks on a dangerous mission to banish the entity and save herself and her family from its clutches.
Something about this one just feels different.
Number 8. Scream 2022. In the film, a teenage girl, Tara, is at home alone when a man threatens to play a game with her. Sam's boyfriend and high school friends visit her at the hospital. Tara reveals family secrets to her sister, and Sam contacts one of the original victims to help. He warns Sydney Prescott and Gail Weathers about Ghostface's return. The story explores the identity of Ghostface and the number of more victims who must die.
Can you close the closet door?
Number 7. Halloween 2018. In the 2018 Halloween movie, we see the return of Laurie Strode, who survived Michael Myers' killing spree 40 years ago. She has spent her life preparing for his inevitable return, becoming a recluse and training herself in self-defense and weapons handling. Meanwhile, Michael has been locked up in a mental institution for all those years, until a group of true crime podcasters visit him and inadvertently set him free. Michael returns to Haddonfield, where he begins a new killing spree targeting Laurie and her family. The movie explores the trauma that Laurie has suffered over the years and the impact it has had on her relationships with her daughter and granddaughter. As the body count rises, Laurie must face her fears and confront Michael once and for all. The movie is a thrilling and intense ride, full of suspense and scares, as we see the ultimate showdown between Laurie and Michael.
Wiring, alarm clocks.
I don't think bad wiring is the problem here.
Number 6. Insidious 2010. The 2010 horror movie Insidious follows the story of a family who moves into a new home, only to discover that their son has fallen into a mysterious coma. As they try to figure out what has happened to him, they begin to experience strange and terrifying supernatural occurrences in their house. Desperate for answers, the family seeks out the help of a team of paranormal investigators and a psychic medium. Through their investigations, they uncover a dark and sinister presence in their home, and soon realize that their son's coma is not just a medical condition, but a result of his connection to the spirit world.
Bill, if you'll come with me, you'll float too.
Number 5. It 2017. It follows the story of a group of 7 childhood friends who reunite as adults in their hometown of Derry, Maine. They soon realize that the evil entity that terrorized them as children has returned, and they must confront their deepest fears and band together to defeat it once and for all. As they delve deeper into their past, the group begins to uncover disturbing secrets about their town and its dark history. They soon realize that the entity they are facing is not just a physical being, but a malevolent force that feeds on their fears and preys on their vulnerabilities.
Le habla a la policía. Dejar de grabar ya.
Number 4. Rec 2007. Rec is a Spanish horror movie that follows the story of a young television reporter named Angela and her cameraman Pablo. They are covering a night shift at a local fire station in Barcelona when they receive an emergency call from an apartment building. Upon arriving at the building, they discover that the residents have been quarantined due to a mysterious virus outbreak. The situation quickly escalates as the residents begin to exhibit strange and violent behavior, and the authorities refuse to let anyone leave the building.
Who are we if we can't protect them? We have to protect them.
Number 3. A Quiet Place 2018. A Quiet Place is a post-apocalyptic horror movie that follows the story of a family struggling to survive in a world overrun by deadly creatures that hunt by sound. The movie is set in a rural area of upstate New York, where the Abbott family has managed to survive by living in complete silence. The creatures, which are blind but have incredibly sensitive hearing, have decimated the population, and the Abbotts have learned to communicate through sign language and to avoid making any noise at all costs. The movie focuses on the Abbotts' struggle to protect themselves and their children from the creatures, who are always lurking nearby. The family's Lee spends his days scavenging for supplies and trying to find a way to protect his family from the creatures, while his wife Evelyn tries to keep their children safe and healthy.
You have a lot of spirits in here, but there's one that I'm most worried about because it is so hateful.
Number 2. The Conjuring 2013. In the year 1971, a family moves into a farmhouse in Rhode Island. The family consists of parents Roger and Caroline and their 5 daughters. Soon after moving in, they begin to experience strange occurrences in the house, such as doors opening and closing on their own, unexplained noises, and objects moving by themselves. The parents seek the help of paranormal investigators Ed and Warren, who are known for their work in investigating supernatural phenomena. The Warrens visit the Perron family and begin their investigation using various tools and techniques to communicate with any spirits that may be present in the house.
Perhaps I should introduce you to the children.
How do you do, children?
Number 1. The Others 2001. In the year 1945, Grace Stewart moves with her 2 children, Anne and Nicholas, to a remote mansion on the British island of Jersey. The mansion is large and old, and it is surrounded by dense fog and a thick forest. Grace's husband is away fighting in World War II, and she's waiting for his return. Soon after moving in, strange things begin to happen in the house. Doors open and close on their own, footsteps are heard in empty rooms, and curtains move as if blown by an invisible wind. Grace begins to suspect that the house is haunted, but she cannot explain the phenomena. Grace hires 3 servants to help her with the housework: Mrs. Mills, a stern housekeeper, Lydia, a timid maid, and Mr. Tuttle, a mute gardener. The servants seem to know more about the house than they let on, and they are reluctant to talk about their past.